everyone, and welcome. So today we're going to talk about 5 really simple vocabulary upgrades that can make a huge difference in your university essays, helping you sound way clearer, more formal, and just more powerful. So let's just get right to it. Is your writing actually university ready? You know, it's a worry a lot of students have. But the good news is making just a few strategic changes can totally boost your confidence and, yeah, your grades too. Yeah, this slide pretty much says it all, right? Over on the left, you've got that casual, everyday language we all use. But on the right, you have the formal, academic style that's expected at university. The difference might look small, but closing that gap, that's the real key to sounding credible and giving your professors what they're looking for. And today, we're going to show you exactly how to do it. So, why does any of this actually matter? Look, this isn't about trying to sound smart or using big, complicated words just because you can. It's really all about communicating effectively. Okay, so this slide breaks it down perfectly. Think of it like 2 paths. The goal, that top path, is to be precise, formal, and clear, so you meet those university expectations. The risk on the bottom path is that using vague or informal words can actually hurt your credibility, and you guessed it, lead to a lower grade. The takeaway is simple. Your word choice has a direct impact on your success. All right, enough talk. Let's get practical. Here are 5 essential vocabulary upgrades you can literally start using today. Think of this as your brand new toolkit for academic writing. Okay, first on our hit list is the word stuff. We all say it, right? But in academic writing, its biggest problem is that it's just so incredibly vague. It tells your reader almost nothing specific. For instance, if you write, social media affects a lot of stuff in students' lives. What even is stuff? Is it their mental health, their grades, their social lives? It's just a black hole of information. You're missing a huge opportunity to be specific. So instead, you can swap in these powerhouse words like factors, aspects, or elements. They instantly make your writing more precise. And you can see the difference immediately. It's night and day, right? A lot of stuff becomes many aspects. Boom, instant academic upgrade. All right, upgrade number 2. Let's tackle the word like. It's a total staple in spoken English, for sure, but in a formal essay, it can come across as too casual and a little imprecise. There are problems like anxiety and stress. I mean, we get it, it makes sense. But we can do better. We can make it sound way more formal with a super simple swap. These are your go-tos, such as, for example, or including. They're basically the academic standard when you want to give examples. And check out the before and after here. See that? Problems like just becomes problems such as. It's a tiny, tiny change, but trust me, it's one of those quick wins that just instantly makes your writing sound more polished. Moving on to number 3, let's talk about nowadays. Now, there's nothing wrong with this word, but in academic writing, we've got some alternatives that sound a little more sophisticated. So you might write, nowadays, students use social media every day. And yeah, everyone knows what you mean, but we can give it that formal polish. To really get that formal tone, try using words like currently, in recent years, or at present. You can just feel the shift in tone, can't you? Nowadays, students use sounds okay, but in recent years, students have used. That sounds like it belongs in a research paper. It adds that layer of formality your professors are definitely looking for. All right, number 4. This one is huge. We have to talk about replacing the word good. And here's why. Good is basically the enemy of precision. It's so general, so subjective. What does good even mean in an academic paper? So if you write social media has good effects, my first thought is, okay, what kind of good effects? Are we talking financial effects, social ones, psychological? The word itself tells me absolutely nothing. So instead of just good, get specific. Try words like beneficial, positive, or advantageous. See how each one gives a slightly different flavor? And just look at the results. We go from something super vague to something much clearer. Social media has good effects becomes social media has positive effects. It's just way more precise and fits that analytical tone you're going for. Okay, last one, our final upgrade, number 5, is all about the pronoun they. In academic writing, guys, clarity is king. You have to be crystal clear about who you're talking about or whose research you're citing. So when you write something like, they say social media is harmful, the first thing I'm going to ask is, who is they? Your friends? Your parents? A bunch of famous researchers? That vagueness just kills your credibility. The fix is so simple. Just be specific. Don't say they, name the group. Are we talking about researchers, experts, or maybe a specific study? And this right here shows you the power of being specific. They say becomes researchers suggest. This is so crucial for building a believable argument because now you're not just throwing out an opinion, you're actually pointing to a source. All right, so we've gone through 5 really practical fixes. But the big question is, how do you keep this going? How do you learn on your own? Well, let's talk about what I like to call the pro-reader strategy. This is a simple 3-step process that the best writers use. Seriously. Step 1, you've got to read academic stuff, journal articles, textbooks, you name it. Step 2, while you're reading, pay close attention to the specific words the experts are using. And step 3, and this is key, write them down. Keep your own vocabulary list. It's like your secret weapon for getting better and better. Okay, so let's wrap this up and talk about how to put this all into practice. You know, when it comes right down to it, your goal in university writing is all about these 3 things. You need to be clear, so your reader knows exactly what you mean. You need to be precise, so your arguments have real weight. And you need to be formal, because that's the standard for academic conversation. The big takeaway here is that these small, tiny changes in your vocabulary can make a massive difference. You have the tools now. So I'm going to leave you with a question. What's the very first word you're going to upgrade in your own writing?